Okay. That is the beginning of the episode. Welcome to another Life with Lenoci. Faking it up top, sorry about the mic, trying to get in a better headspace. That being said, this episode's brought to you by Headspace. What you seem concerned?
No, I was just saying it was a little loud, but it's probably my headphones.
You thought I was a little loud?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, man, just how was your week, dude? Let's check in with everyone. How's it going?
Not bad. I mean, I know, like,
Mark, if I was a therapist, first of all, did you guys see? I watched the Jonah Hill thing, Stutz. Did you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what it is, but I haven't watched it.
Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting because I wrote down some things from it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And the guy kind of looks. If you wonder what my dad looks like, he kind of looks like the therapist in it.
Okay.
I feel like you would be great with this guy. You need to see this therapist because he would break you. I go, hey, Mark, how's your day? And he goes, good. How, I know we've talked about this before, but like, how long and deep of a conversation would it take to get you to start crying?
You don't cry. Think you could get me to cry.
Well, first of all, you would put up a wall and you wouldn't answer the question.
No. Have I ever not answered a question?
I don't know. I mean, I've never actually tried to get psychologically
to know me?
deep.
Yeah, I get that.
All right. Now you're making me sound like an asshole. Oh, fuck, man. I ordered a bunch of furniture. I know that the theme of this month has been furniture and apartment stuff, but I've ordered a bunch of furniture and I've put it together. And I want to say this, and I'm going to say it. When I was a kid, I was really big into Legos. Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta say...
Wait, what version? Like, what world?
What do you mean, what world?
Well, there was space, there was police, there was all kinds of shit.
No, there was just, I don't know. There was no fucking world when I was doing Legos because it was new. It was just like, hey.
Legos weren't new when you were growing up.
Kind of.
The same age.
When did Legos, when was it invented? Google right now.
All right, it's going to be like late 40s.
All right, come on, but like never had themes. It was just like, all right, you're building a house today, or like the space shit came into like the mid 90s. Like the themes.
No, that was 80s. Yeah, the history of Lego begins in 1932 when founded the company.
Fuck off. All right, here's the deal. Anyways, there was I don't remember a theme. I just remember like off the top of my head, there was a battleship, like with pirates.
Yeah.
How about that? I had a pirate one I built.
Oh, the pirate world. Exactly.
It wasn't a world. It was just like I bought a pyro thing.
Series.
Either way, I didn't have worlds. I would just build them. The thing is, I was trained, dude, Legos is one thing that is cemented into a kid's brain and you use it later on in life. I can't tell you how many times I've been building furniture and I'm like, I like doing this because of Legos. Like I like putting the furniture together. Like when you first get it, all right, I got a brand new TV stand, right? Like 70 inches. You pull in the box. The hardest part of putting it together is getting the box into your place. It's fucking heavy. And I shouldn't have swore because now the algorithm's not going to work on YouTube. So they say. Is that true? Nobody really knows. But either way, the hardest thing is pulling the box into the place. And then you opening it. You can open up furniture's boxes or anything that you have to build. Let's say it's a bed. I've had to build a bed. Again, I'm on my first king. So
wait, you have a king?
I'm on my first king, dude. I'm not bringing. So first of all the furniture I had before, I go, listen. Now I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Okay. All of my furniture prior to this was like. I had a black IKEA bed. It was fine. It was actually strong, but it was just black and basic. But I had queens. I've never had a room big enough to fit more than a king in it. Okay. So it was always a queen. And then like I had this nice dresser, but it had some nicks and knacks and I had it for 4 years. So it's like, whatever. Okay. Now I was just like, all right, I'm redoing everything. all the kitchenware shit was stuff used with other men, and it's old. It's just like everything's brand new. So I get the bed, very easy to build. Beds are a little bit more tedious. It's easier if you have someone there because it's big. But yes, now go back to the TV stand. You got to open these boxes correctly, because if you don't open them correctly, you're creating a snowstorm all over your place, because styrofoam is so annoying. The most useful thing that people don't appreciate in the world is styrofoam,
Okay.
because you don't think about how often you need it or use it. But it's used for everything that you ever have bought. That is it's even in the boxes of silverware.
Yeah.
It's in everything. And you disregard it, and when you get it, you're like, oh, fucking god damn it, why is this here?
It's the worst.
And you're like, it's in the way, and then you take it out and it makes a mess, and you're like, you fucking hate it, but it does so much to keep things safe for you. And that's funny, because there could be an analogy coming here. It's coming around in my brain right now, but it's almost like, listen, we give more appreciation to shoes, but they're so important, shoes. Shoes are so important. You don't think about it every day. Some people are obsessed with shoes, but like, could you imagine not having shoes? How fucking hard would life be? Now, are shoes more important than styrofoam? Yes, but styrofoam is so important in the way it is a necessity in your life, but you don't think about it because it's not every day. You don't use it every day. You probably go weeks without using styrofoam, right?
I mean, styrofoam is only useful in the first use.
Yeah, you're right. And that was totally shut down, that little bit. You know what? Good thing we didn't ask that one to be cut up.
I'm sorry.
That was a bad one from me. Listen, I knew that this episode was going to be bad. You know, I was going to text you today. I was going to be like, you know what? Let's do tomorrow. I was already not, I had to go on a run, and I was like, you know what? I'm not there today, headspace. I'm just not there. And that's what happens. The episode starts off rocky. But anyways, you know what? I'll go back to building the thing.
Yeah, let's go back to Legos.
I thoroughly enjoy building it and looking at what's funny is I've built furniture in my life so many times. Like if I go back to college, right? The first time you buy furniture and you're building it, and it was IKEA, right? IKEA is the first one, but they're all like IKEA. It's pretty simple how you put them together.
Yeah.
But you always fucked something up when you were younger. Like all of a sudden you're like, this leg was supposed to face this way. And like something so small that like you didn't, because you have to pay attention to detail with everything when you're putting this. Like,
it's the third hole.
Yes, the most littlest. It's so easy to fuck these things up. It's so like I can't tell you. I was always fucking up furniture, and it's so dumb because once you realize it, sometimes you can't go back. It's too far, and I'm always very cautious now because I'm 38. And I've made so many mistakes putting furniture together that like, you're always like, oh, I got this. And sometimes you get too confident and you don't look at a step because you're like, well, that one's done this. And then all of a sudden you get to a part and then you're like, oh, that's upside down.
Or I can't slide this in. Because
Yeah.
You had to put it in before.
Oh, no. So that being said, I'm very careful. Today with the TV stand, I got to putting the top on and I go, wait, where's the top? Thank God it was just with the wood pieces in so far, where I was able to pop it out and then flip it up and then put it back in. But oh my God, I still almost made a mistake. But the satisfaction of building furniture, when you're done, you are so proud that you look at the furniture and you go, I love you. I love you, TV stand. I love you, TV stand. I love you so much because I built you. Because I'm your dad. I built you. My hands, mom, your mom is your hands. Me, I'm your dad. And we together, we made you, TV stand. And I love you. I love you like a son because I had to put you together and build you. And then that's where you learn about passion. And I know I'm 38 and I should have learned about this earlier in life. And I did with comedy and sports and everything like that. But I'm saying you learn to appreciate. That's what when you're older, when you're a dad and your mom and older adults told you when you're a kid, like you'll appreciate things you take care of. Like, hey, if you buy your car, you'll keep it clean, you'll take care of it, and you'll appreciate it because it's yours and it's your asset. And that's what that is. The TV stand is my asset. What did you think about that?
Sure.
We've all grown. We've all grown.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? So having built these studios, and I've had to
bragging.
Build some shit. The little Allen wrench.
Yeah,
is the worst.
I don't mind them.
But here's the thing:
when it gets tight, it's the pop outs.
The greatest thing I've done is I got the little attachment that goes in the drill. That's the right size for all IKEA stuff. So my drill is just building so fast. No,
having a drill is money. I don't have a drill.
No, like finger twisting the Allen wrench.
Yeah, it can be annoying.
It makes all the difference.
I need a drill. I would need a drill for hanging up curtains. Bless you. Thank you.
Bless you.
Yeah, I said it before. Cool. I invented it.
Yeah.
The walls are a little weak, but like so. Sometimes I will hang stuff up and not put the little
anchor.
Yeah, I won't put.
You're a monster.
And it will work.
Sure.
But I need to
if it's less than like 4 pounds, yeah.
Yes, okay. I need to with these curtains, and I've had to patch up some walls. That's fun. I learned how to patch a wall up in college when I would punch holes in the wall, because I thought it was cool to punch a hole if you're angry.
Cool.
I thought it was like, oh, let me show you how angry I am. I'll punch a hole, and then I would go to Home Depot and buy the stuff, and I would patch the wall, and I get good at it. And I go, look, you can't even tell.
I like that's impressive.
What?
It's just I learned something through my anger. Like
I learned something.
I became an expert wall patcher through punching walls.
I mean, yeah. I mean that's just basically it's just a satisfying thing. And I mean yeah.
To go back to Legos. If someone were to give you a Lego pack right now, would you build it?
No.
When did you
You know what I was never into?
When did you outgrow them?
Lego pretty quickly. Now action figures, no. I would play action figures 14, 15 years old.
What was your action figures?
X-Men.
Me too.
X-Men. But I didn't play X-Men. I played a boss and superhero thing by myself, like with the characters. Like I wasn't like I'd be like, oh, this guy's my favorite guy, so he's gonna be the one who kicks everyone's ass. And then I would make other people bad guys. It didn't matter if they were bad or good. I had my own world. All right. I wasn't in the X-Man world. There wasn't like a team of them versus a team. I was like, nah, there's 13 bad guys.
One versus everybody.
I like this guy, and he's going to go through and beat them all up because I like the way his leg moved. And it was like, I forgot the guy, the character. It was the guy who you could change his head into different characters. He was able to turn into other people.
Is an X-Men?
Yeah.
Morph. Yeah.
His body was the best because his arms were perfect for being like, and his legs were perfect for fighting with. I remember his action. He was just a basic character. Because some of the other guys were big, and then they would have their arms move in certain ways. They weren't that fun to play with. The ones that made you have
had the articulations
in it already, you're like that like, oh, if you push this button, it goes like that. Yeah. Those ones sucked.
Yeah.
This guy
anything that had action, the posable ones were always better.
Yeah.
But anything where you had like a little switch or you squeeze something,
they sucked.
They sucked.
Like the flame guy, the guy who's on fire.
Yeah,
he was a great guy to fight with too, because he could get his kicks going high and you could punch with him. So those are different.
That's so very weird that we shared that. I don't know if I was 15, but
maybe 14. I would play cars for a long time. I would have cars, and they still have them. I think we gave them to my nephews, but they probably outgrown them too. But we had all these cars. I would have cars, and I had a car for me. I had my 3 cars. My wife had a car. My son had a car, and my daughter had a car. So I had like 6 cars in my mansion. I used to play house as a boy through cars. You know, like girls would play house and be like, oh, I got a kitchen. I got a vacuum. I'm a mom. I have dolls. I'm a mom. I have kids. I'm playing house, but with cars. I'm like, I got cars. All right. And that's for my wife. And instead of just being like a bachelor with his boys in a mansion, I'm 12 and I'm like, no, I got a wife and I got kids. And, you know, oh, we're fighting today. So my wife took the car and she left. So now I'm mad and then I drive. Oh, no, we're having people over. So we pull up in that car, and then I would set up intersections. and then make crashes, and then I'd have the police come, and then
You'd
and the
crash into
ambulance.
your wife and be like, I don't know what happened.
Specifically, I'm like, oh, I killed her.
It was an accident, officer. I swear.
So I will say,
My mom recently she discovered like in a trunk the action figures.
in a trunk. Oh, like a trunk.
Yeah,
in
they
the
were.
basement.
Yeah,
or
they were
something.
like.
I thought you meant in the trunk of a car.
She's like, "What do you want to do with these?" And I was like, "Shit, like I think I gotta sell them."
They don't sell. I've tried. I
don't?
looked.
They
I still have my Ninja Turtles, the original ones,
Oh, I have
and
those
even
too.
those are like $12. Like, this
Really?
isn't worth it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Because there were so many produced.
I know, but it's the
I
originals.
know, that's what I thought, but they don't, man.
What was your like crown jewel?
I loved the Ninja Turtles, bro. I had all of them.
So I had the Ninja Turtles, but I remember my buddy had the blimp.
I had the
and
blimp.
it was like
I had the blimp.
That was crazy.
But it's probably still in there, but it wouldn't work anymore because it probably would have got popped.
If I could go
You
back,
probably can't blow it up. But I had the blimp and I had the little
tank.
the crown thing.
You
Epcot,
had the
Epcot looking
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And I had the underground sewer dude. The most I had was the Ninja Turtles. I had all of those.
See, I was X-Men, but I had the Ninja Turtles.
X-Men was later, but X-Men
Yeah.
became better to play with. The Ninja Turtles weren't as fun to play with.
Yeah,
they were when I was a kid.
The legs just kind of did
Yeah,
this.
just like it wasn't like fun to fight with them. But I mean, I still got a lot of stuff. Like I have the Ninja Turtles at my apartment.
Oh, nice.
And the X-Men, and I have those little football helmets. I have all of the teams. All 32 teams, because I used to set up those little, you put the quarter in the machine and you get the little football helmet.
No.
Okay, you remember the little machines that would be outside of Publix or whatever your grocery store was
Oh,
when you were leaving?
yeah. The little like plastic little
Sure, you would
capsules.
get peanut M&Ms or something.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
You could get anything. So you used to be able to get football helmets.
Huh.
Little baseball ones, right? And then the football ones. And I would always collect the football ones. And I would create standings. And then I would take a piece of paper and I would write down all the teams and I'd put wins and losses and have fake games in my living room and play like fake games. And I was like the quarterback for the Dolphins. But I was in this imaginary league. Like this league that lasted for fucking 30 seasons. It was a 30-season league, and I created like a dynasty. Like we won 8 championships, but like I would sometimes lose, but like I was like the main guy.
So you like retired this in like 2014.
Oh, I played this imaginary football thing, man. I played this imaginary football sophomore of high school.
Wow.
And I remember thinking that my mom has got to be a little bit worried that I'm going so long with this. She was like, what is he doing? And I was just like, dude, my imagination, I could play by myself all day, every day. And that's what I did. And even on that fake football, I had a fake wife and kids. You know what I mean? I had a fake wife and kids, and I had to retire because I was traveling too much. And I was going to play my son. We were going to play together because I had that idea just like LeBron does, because Ken Griffey Jr. Everybody knew Ken Griffey Jr. played with his dad, and everybody wanted to do that. So that being said, I know I'm a big curtain guy, but I can't tell you what curtains do to you emotionally.
I
mentally
told you to put up curtains last week, and you were like, "Oh no, I wouldn't do it for the space." And then you put them up.
What do you mean?
You were like, "No,
no, we got to play that back." I would never say that.
It was after the show.
After what show?
After the episode.
Why would I?
You were showing me the place.
First things I put.
No, you were showing me.
I'm sorry. You're talking about for the podcast studio.
Yeah,
I'm talking about in general for the living room and your bedroom. No, the podcast studio. I had the curtains for the outside, and you're like, you should put them up. And then I was like, you know what? You're right. And then I'll just have the decoration because now it pops, and it looks good. And I realized that the lighting is better that way. And dude, those lights were great. They're just as good as these. And then I just got to stream that live. But yeah, dude, curtains for your bedroom,
they make all the difference.
A world of a difference. Curtains are so important to. There's something masculine about curtains too.
You got like regular, or you got blackout.
All right. The ones in the bedroom are very expensive. I got 2 cheap ones on my outside living room windows because the main doors will always be open. No curtains on those. These are just little panel ones on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like $20 ones from Ross, right? With the loops, which, even Haley was like, those look cheap. And I go, yeah, who cares? She goes, no. I go, no. That's fine. I like the way they look. The ones in the bedroom are like very heavy, and they're they could black it out. and they're long, and then they'll go on the floor a little bit. But
Mhm.
that's why I'll have to use the anchors for that. But man, curtains can really make a bedroom feel like a hotel. That's what it really does. That's what if you have a bedroom, a 1-bedroom apartment or whatever, you got to put curtains. Curtains in
Yeah.
a bedroom are a fact.
Yeah, blinds are a scam.
Blinds are like whatever, but like curtains literally turn a room into a hotel room. You'll be like, oh, this is a hotel room. Did I check into my own place? You got to have an area rug under your bed if you don't have rug, an area rug under your bed, 2 nightstands. The bed can never be against the wall. I don't know why it took me 25, 30, 35 years to learn this. I think I always had a bed against the wall because I used to think like an idiot. In your 20s, you think this way. This is another thing I'll add to my act. It's like, you know what else you do in your 20s? You put your bed against the wall because you're like, oh, I need the most space possible. You don't think correctly.
Wait, where is your bed?
In the middle now with 2
Like,
nightstands.
Literally in the middle, you could walk around it like it's a hockey rink?
No, of course. No, I'm talking about like, I'm sorry. Let me clarify it. You would put 2 sides of the bed against the wall. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
You did that in your
no.
20s.
Yeah.
You did that when you were younger?
No,
You never did that?
You know what I did growing up? Like, as soon as like I hit high school, I put the bed in the corner. Literally.
Yeah, me.
No, neither side against it. But like literally, if this is the corner here, it would be facing this way.
Oh, diagonally.
Diagonal.
Oh, that's interesting. So no, like if this is the room, like even up until probably like 34, I literally would have the bed like facing this way against the wall.
Wait. So were you the person that had to sleep against the wall?
No, I wouldn't sleep against the wall.
You would make whoever's spending the night.
If somebody was spending the night, but like, yeah, but I had a queen, but I always had my bed against the wall like a fucking poor person. But you know what I mean? Like, you don't even think about how that will mentally mess you up.
Yes.
Like, I didn't even know that. And then like, whatever, I guess maybe a woman brought it to my attention, but like now, there's so many little tricks you can do to make your room feel like a hotel. That's unbelievable.
The best part is I know you struggled to get the fitted sheet on forever because it was against the wall.
Yeah, probably. And just like, and then I would always be a big advocate of rearranging your room every year or two. Now, that's not happening because it's like the room is the way the room is because it's built like a hotel and it's nice. So, I mean, those are things you don't even... Curtains will change your life.
I was going to say, I only had my bed against the wall once because
When you were a kid, you didn't have it against the wall?
No.
Your family raised you correctly.
One of my places I lived with my brother in San Diego, the room was it was the dimensions of a bed plus 3 feet. I had no choice. It was foot, head, and
yeah, but
side.
The thing is, when you're a kid, your bed is against the wall because you want a bigger area to play in. You know what I mean?
Not
like
at
you need a
all.
play area, so you're not gonna, because it's when you get in high school, it's different. Like in high school, the bed was in the middle of the room with the 2 nightstands. But like as a child, you're like, get my bed away. I need a huge area to play on the floor. So that's why.
Nah, I was a living room kid.
Hmm.
Played in the living room, not in the
I had a
bedroom.
bunk bed. Did you have a bunk bed growing up?
I did.
Yeah.
I did for a few years.
I had a bunk bed with the L, and then that little corner was a little cubby I made, and I would do like artwork in there.
I don't know. Mine was like the old school, like bunk bed.
Yeah. The L was cool to
I'm
be
sure.
like that. Yeah. Hold on, this is a big red flag for people.
Okay.
Do you dry off in the shower, or do you get out of the shower and dry off?
I get out of the shower and dry off. But I also have...
Mark,
Hold on.
on.
Wait.
Mark.
I also have 2 bath mats, but also
Mark.
my shower is 3 feet by 3 feet.
Mark.
You can't shower without getting your towel... You can't dry off without getting your towel wet.
Mark, then there's got to be some temporary, like a little dry off before still.
Oh, no. I'll like...
Grab it. You don't even grab it and like...
I can't. It's outside.
You know what? Then you got to get a different shower.
Oh, I 100% agree.
So you just are wetting the floor. Are you washing these mats a lot? Probably not.
Once a week.
No, you're not.
No. I guarantee.
I caught you in a lie.
No, I guarantee it.
You wash your mats once a week.
Oh yeah, they go in with the towels.
Do you have like foamy, comfortable mats
Like
or
super
like rug
thick
ones?
Yeah.
Rug ones or foamy ones?
Not foam. Rug.
Huh. People that don't dry off in the shower, that's a big no-no. You gotta be drying off in the shower halfway. Now, I do not dry my legs off in the shower, obviously, because you don't want the towel to hit the floor and get soaking wet. But I grab it, do my head, hair, shoulders, arms, body. Then I step out onto the mat and then I do the legs. That's the correct way to do it. You gotta dry off in the shower a little bit. That's just the rules. Are you one of those people who like, I know we've talked about this before, and forgive me if we're recycling bits
All
here,
right.
but you shampoo first, right? Before body wash. You don't body wash then shampoo.
I
That
do,
one will
but
fucking piss me off
I
too.
do body
No,
wash
you
and
don't.
shampoo.
Why? Why would you not do your head first? You can't even scrub your head, then do your body, then rinse out your hair, then your body. But like, it's got to like, you get your hair
No.
off because it goes down.
Yeah. No, I do body wash then shampoo.
All right, man. All right, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. I'll dedicate this last 5 minutes to my buddy. I have a buddy who, close buddy of mine back home. He is a family man. He has 3 kids, and I don't know the details of what happened, but he worked in a distributing company for whatever products, maybe like a like something like that gets, maybe it's food or something like that, right?
Okay.
And he was in the family business. They had a falling out, and then he started his own, but there was they got audited, and there was some stuff that went on that was shady.
Oof.
And his name was on it, and maybe he obviously knew, but kind of was like, okay. And that's a white collar crime, and he got put away.
Ouch.
Yeah, he got put away for a few 10 months.
Okay, that's terrible, but
It's just sad, man. It's weird to think of a white collar crime. You're like, this isn't. Everybody does shady shit with money.
yeah, but it
To
had
an
to be a
extent.
significant. It wasn't like $5,000.
No.
It was
I
like,
don't know the details
It
of it.
feels like it had to be like 6 figures.
Yes, it's got to be. It's just kind of sad to think like.
Is the word you're looking for embezzlement?
Well, I don't know if that's what it was.
Mm.
I don't know what it was. It's just a white collar crime. You know, that it was involving money and lying about numbers, probably.
Yeah. That's
So it's not like it wasn't about like sending money or nothing. They're not bankers,
Mm.
But it was like what really fucked me up was the kids are young, and how would you approach that? So you can't just be like, back in the day, someone would be like, and if you guys have a similar story, or if this gets a rise out of you, or triggers you, or makes you think of something, feel free to write in lenoci.michael@gmail.com, and we'll read the story in a bill, anonymous. But how do you approach your kids with this? Because you can't be like, well, he's going away for work for a while.
No.
They told them, Dad made a mistake and he has to go in timeout.
That sounds like how you do it.
Yeah. He has to go to timeout and then have to hire someone to come and help the wife for 10 months, assuming he gets out early for great behavior.
Yeah.
It's also a different place. They don't go to prison with violent criminals or drug criminals. It's a different type of prison, but you got to think that that's psychologically.
How young are the kids?
I think the oldest is like 5.
I mean, they'll barely remember it.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, Dad was gone for a while.
Yeah, but dude, you just never know
But at that
what
age,
the impact is on someone's life. Like, you don't know, like, you've heard, there's studies to say that like trauma from your grandparents is carried on into you. Like, it's in the genes, and like you just have no idea how it affects them.
But I feel like at that age, like you could say Dad's got to go on a business trip for a couple months and he's going to be like limited contact.
Well, I think that they're going to have to see him. There's going to be visiting, and they're going to see him in those environments.
But that's like mom going to visit, hey, like while the kids are in school. Like,
Yeah.
I like
It's a tough
if
situation
it
to be
was
in.
like 7 and above, you got to come clean. But like 5,
Well, they can. I think
how
there's
much do you remember at 5?
Well, I mean, listen, they went based off of advice from a child psychiatrist.
Fair.
You know what I mean? So there's a way about doing this. Like they did it correct. Like they got there's someone helping. There's a psychologist involved. It's just like, and he gave me the address to write him letters.
I feel like such
So
an
I'm gonna write
asshole
him
because I'm like,
letters.
I could have pulled it off.
It's just so. It's just very. Man, it makes you think all your problems are fucking nothing compared to someone else's. White collar shit is like weird too, because you're like, this isn't like someone made a mistake.
Practically victimless.
Yeah, it really is. Really, the victim is the government.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The government going, no, 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 no. Only billionaires can do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of fucked. Wish there was something I could do. But there's not. I do have dates coming up. I have San Diego, and I have Huntington Beach now in April, Chicago in March, and Hollywood Improv February 10th. So if you want, get tickets at michaellenoci.com, and if you like the podcast, like and subscribe and hit us up. We will we'll keep it short this week. This is what it is. Unless, Mark, you got anything you want to add today? We've had
that was a fun one.
It was a fun one. You know what? That's, I think, 4 in a row now. Mark's been like, that was a fun, good episode. That means there's been episodes where he's like, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Really?
It was the tough ones were like the Village Idiots days when you guys were like,
he really hated Village
no,
Idiots.
well, no, I really liked Village Idiots, but when you wanted to just, you're like, I'm not coming here with anything. I think I just want the peanut gallery to chime in and we'll just riff her there. And those guys had fucking nothing. And so it was just a bunch of like,
who's the peanut gallery?
It was the chat people. Because we had like 8 people in the chat and they sucked.
Yeah. They were idiots.
You were like relying on the prompts and it just sucked.
It was, you got to put work into it. Like more like what I do with this sports podcast. I have all these like notes about what I want to talk about and stuff because I was watching the games and stuff and getting ready. We got,
look at you, a little Jim Rome.
There's only 3 games left.
I know.
3 games left, and then I got to pretend to like basketball as much as anything else.
Favorite game of last weekend?
Favorite game of last weekend? I mean, dude, 49ers game was fucking boring. And then the Eagles game was a blowout. So you got to go with, even the Bengals game was kind of a blowout. They kind of just, they dominated. There was never a chance where like, maybe Buffalo will come back. So really the only one that was a close game was
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs and Jags was because the Jags were like about to score and the guy fumbled on the 3-yard line and you're like, oh man. But boy, like that's what I'm gonna go into. If you like sports, it's called Fanatical, and I'm gonna talk about how like there's so many good quarterbacks in the AFC. Like, why would you ever play there? If you're Brady, just stay in the NFC. Like, it's fucked, man. All right, well. Hit us up if you like, subscribe, comment, let us know, and we will see you every Wednesday. Hit us up. Bye.